Alright guys, we are going to get a reading in. I don't know what's going on, but I was really feeling like we need to get one in. I was really pulled to these cards here. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. See which... Okay, guys. This is a warning here. If you're not dating a fireman, if you are not dating a fireman, you need to make sure that you have a fire safety. Watch anything that could come to do with fire at all. You know, make sure you watch the stove for a grease fire. Make sure, you have fire alarms up to date. I mean, it could even be as small as, somebody who's wanting to make a fire outside and it's just saying, make sure you've got necessary precautions. But this is a warning here. It comes from Spirit. This is advice from Spirit over here. Okay, so what we've got here. And I feel like this is going to be kind of all over the place. Okay, so we've got a couple different stories that I'm hearing in my head right now. The first one, we have someone who's seeing who they truly are, and finding out who they truly are. Someone who is seeing who you truly are and are coming in and they're busting down these walls, these protection things that you have going on. I'm going to change this. I don't know why that sound is bothering me right now. Like someone's trying to come in. However, there's someone here. There's a possibility someone is flirting with their person. Like, either they're flirting with someone's person or there's going to be an ex. Okay, so there's a circle. We've got a circle coming down. We have a circle. So whoever you're with, or whoever someone's trying to flirt with, is actually in a circle, and they know, somebody else, like they're best friends with somebody. Okay, and that is the opposite side of the fire. Like someone could be starting a fire because they're gonna flirt with somebody who is their friend or their friend's ex, or somebody is going back to their ex. Like they're busting down the walls and getting in to someone's heart who was an ex, and it's lighting a flame of passion that's starting back up. All right, anything else from this, Spirit? Okay, Okay, so someone is being told, do not let anyone manipulate you. Know your worth. And that's the first step to knowing your worth. Okay, you've got a shady character. Okay, this shady character could be hitting on your person if you are in the connection. Okay, so we have here someone here someone could be a morning person, someone could be a night person, you know, like you're trying to get your schedules right. Someone who stays up late, it's because they have nightmares. All right, so Spirit's warning, even the cat is tired of your shit, get it together. So this is somebody who's being told to get their stuff together because something's coming. Okay, underneath the deck that you don't see coming yet, but has the ability to come if you take the steps to go forward towards it. New job with benefits are offered. A situationship, no strings attached. Oh, shit. Alright, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are trying to have a friends with benefits with somebody who... If you're in a relationship or your person, if you're worried that they're messing around, or if you're messing around, I'm going to say this as you because I'm reading this for whoever this story is aligned, you know, and if it's not you, leave it. Just leave it, okay? This is going to be a very specific story part here. If you are in a relationship and you are trying to go towards someone with the situationship, like, you know, a friends with benefits, it's going to come back around to your person. It's going to come full circle. Full circle. It's going to come all the way. See, even like I looked over here, full circle. It's coming right back around. The clover's here with the heart. That pretty much means, you know, it's going to be bad karma. You're going to create bad karma that is going to come back to you. Let's see what we got here. Can you tell me something about manipulation? The manipulation card. Someone could just be grieving. Someone could just be sad. Okay, so someone is going to go towards someone and try to manipulate this person to tell them that they should not go towards what they are. They're trying to manipulate someone to do something or to not do something. No, it's not do something. It's somebody who could be receiving a letter and they're watching someone who's watching you. They're like, I have a feeling if this is you or it's your person, take whichever side it resonates. One person is going to say no to someone who's trying to come back around. Now, there's the possibility there's two sides going on here. One person is being tempted and they're going to go towards trying to see if they can have a situationship with somebody, and somebody else has been tempted, but they've said no. They have told the other person no. You know, this person is like, no, I'm not going to do this. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. Okay, so this is... Okay, so minor setback. Something that you're going to want to have come through. Okay, so whatever this situation is, for the person who gives in to this situationship, which could deal with an ex. It could set you back. Like, you could have been on a path to have something happen within this year, but the ex has came in and could have started shit, and it set you back like a whole year. Or something is being postponed within a year, but somebody is still trying to deal with an ex here. And this ex, somebody is telling their ex they need to get their shit together. Hopefully your ex doesn't have a house fire. This spirit's advice is don't play. Don't play the games. Do not even, don't. Because it'll throw you out of vibrational alignment, and that's what will be the cause of why you are not aligning with your person. You must know your worth. That's the first, it's telling you to be patient. The first part of when people tell you, before you love somebody else, you must love yourself. Why is that? It's not because you can't actually love someone. It's because you will accept more bullshit in your life when you do not know your worth. You'll accept all kinds of crap. You'll accept all kind of, manipulation. You'll accept all kinds of horrible stuff that comes into you, and you'll allow it when you don't know your worth. But when you know your worth, you're going to be like, no, you're not going to pull this shit on me. We're not going to do this. You're either going to straighten the fuck up and get your shit together, or you can fucking move it along, because I know my worth. I know what I deserve. I know that I deserve someone that's going to come in. They're going to be loyal. They're going to be respectful. They're going to honor our connection and our commitment, and they're going to stand strong, and they're going to do the right thing. And if you're not that person, I'm okay with being alone until that comes in. And that's what it is. Someone could be in a relationship where they are accepting less than what they deserve. Or they could have been stuck with it, dealing with this ex and accepting a lot of bullshit from this ex because they were afraid, they kind of, what I'm feeling is they had this ex as a backup plan. Like, if the relationship they're in falls through, they have a backup plan. Like, I still have this person here I can always run to if my relationship fails. And that's will put a hold on your relationship as well. Your blessings will not come in if you are still holding on to someone of the past, saying, I still want this. You must be able to release the people of the past and let go and, transform it. And how you do that is you realize and you appreciate those of the past for the reasons why they came in, and you show gratitude and thankful. Like, let's say if you're a twin flame and you are no longer with your twin flame, but you are still connected, because we also have telepathic communication with the twin over here. This is the reason why I'm saying this. But you've moved on, and you've moved on to a soulmate. How you release it is finding your self-worth and loving yourself enough to know, if my twin is running from me, it's because I'm running from myself. But my twin has came in and they have awakened me to who I truly am. And I am grateful for them. And now I wish them nothing but the best and hope that they have a very happy, abundant life. You do not wish your twin harm, because one, that will come back on you. You do bad on your twin, literally, it's going to come back on you, because you are the same soul. Okay? This person has came in. Well, you also have growth and transformation here. So this is saying be patient. If you end up making the wrong choice, it's going to set you back a year. But within this year, what Spirit's telling you is, get yourself into vibrational alignment, and be patient with yourself and be understanding and be patient with the process and transform and grow your life. Now, for others, if this is a job, like Spirit's telling you, you may not find the job that you're going to be in long term, but after a year from now, as long as you are putting the work in, after a year, you'll be back on the right track if you have fallen off or taken the wrong path. Yeah, and what I'm just getting here is that somebody chose to stay with an ex because of fear-based things. And this is, this whole setback, it's temporary, okay? It's just temporary. So do not give up 2 minutes before your miracle happens. You will have another chance at your blessing, your true path, but you've just went with the setback, okay? You've made a wrong choice. If you've made a wrong choice, things can get better, okay? Let's see what we got here. Knocking down the walls. Someone could be like demolishing a house, like literally, like, I'm going to tear down this house, I'm going to rebuild it, rebuild a solid foundation. If it's not an actual house, but I heard an actual house. Like in my mind, I'm seeing literally the walls falling down and the house being rebuilt, or a new house being put in its place. This is someone tearing down the foundation of their life and they're rebuilding it with what was supposed to be there, the true foundation, like one that's solid. Like this could be an ex, okay? Like you could have been dealing with an ex while you were talking to somebody, and it disturbed your foundation of your actual relationship. And if you let that ex in, you've put yourself backwards, because this person's not going to trust you for a while. And if you want to continue on this, you're going to have to keep going. But the other way, if you are building a house, what I'm getting is that there could be a setback that might take you a little bit of extra time, but you always want to make sure that everything is correct. Make sure you follow all the guidelines, because especially the electrical, make sure the electrical, if you are rebuilding a house, make sure the electrical is right. You don't want to leave room. If it takes a little extra time, take the extra time, because you don't want something bad to happen and it do very, very, very bad, to what you've already done. You want to keep building, even if it takes a little bit longer, even if it's slower, even if, someone here could have been holding on to their ex, and there was somebody, who was sitting there waiting. And I'm getting that this person has watched this person go towards their ex, and stay following their ex while they've been there sitting there patiently waiting. And now that person's going to come and turn back towards them. But now they're going to take time. It's going to take time and patience now, because this person has been hurt. Because they weren't instantly chosen at the first. And if that's the case, give them the time. I'm telling you this right now. Give them the time. Put the work in. You got wisdom here. This is the enlightenment that's being brought to you right now. If this person is a good person, if they do right by you, if they are good to you, put the work in. They may not 100% trust you. You have got to calm their fears and make sure that they know that they are the person, that they know that you're not going to run back to an ex. Yes, this is accelerated motion going forward, okay? you have the 8. Now this is like kind of like the 8 of Cups. This is leaving something that was not meant for you to go towards something that was meant for you. Okay, so in the tarot deck, the highest cup card is the 10 of Cups. Now the 8 of Cups talks about someone walking away from these 8 cups, right? But what are they walking towards? If they leave the 8 cups, the only thing that's ahead of them is the 2 of Cups, which is your actual true love connection, the connection that is going to be an equal give and take, someone who has put the work in and the love in. At least they put the love in. I don't know if they put the money part in. You know, it's still the cups. It's not the pentacles, but it's still the cups, you know. So the 2 of Cups is still what's ahead, and that's what we've got here. But in this card, someone has been looking towards the past, right? This person has been looking towards the cup, towards the past at these other cups, like this star. Someone could be, someone's ex could, I don't know. I don't know if their ex is in the spotlight or if they're with someone who's in the spotlight. I don't know. But this is someone who literally it has put a temporary like halt on what they were doing because they were too focused on the past, and now they're seeing they need to look towards the future. So the 8 of Cups, they're looking back at their 8 cups, but they've got to turn around because Spirit is saying no, do not look back, look forward. Fertility is at the bottom. If you have the ability to get pregnant, be careful. Be careful. Yeah, what they're looking back at here still is the heartache and loss that was occurred when they looked back. All right, and we'll pull one more for the past energy. Throat chakra. This is someone who could have been blocked, someone who, you know, you got, it's a 5. 5 talks about change. You know, this is talking about communication that could change things. This is the most recent past here. So in the most recent past, there has been communication that has came, and someone said, no, you know, we're not going to do this. We're not going back. And so going forward, you know, that's what caused the heartbreak, because they thought they could always go back to an ex, but this isn't the case. All right, so going forward, because now this person is in a minor setback. It's kind of like someone who doesn't appreciate what they truly have until, you know, it's either pointed to them or it's or they've lost it. The waiting game. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. This person is walking in a full circle. They've got to wait for this to come back around. They've got to wait because this is growing. This connection. They're saying within this year, you need to find balance and make sure that your heart is open. Okay. 4s talk about being protected. Your 11s talk about finding balance, or if it's 1111, it's talking about the 11s are like the twin flame numbers. The 2 is like the 2 of Cups, you know, like your true connection. Yeah, you got 2 here again. I'm getting the star here as well. Okay. So this is where we are here. Going forward, someone could be spending some time, you know, either they're studying, they're going back to school, they are learning about something. Either way, they're patience to planning, you know, because they want to get out of this conflict and defeat energy. Okay. So this is going to be your advice here on this deck. Okay, so this is Spirit's telling, you know, be prepared, find what you want to do, figure out what it is. You might need to take a little time for yourself. But financial and material changes are coming. as you're gonna, okay, you have a lot of chakras that are out. All right. So you've got the throat chakra, which is, you know, you're talking. You got the heart chakra. You have the sacral chakra. And now you have the crown chakra. This is kind of like how you're communicated. Okay. And this, how, you know, it's the information that comes down from spirit. This is kind of like getting our intuition back in check. Okay. And what you've got after that is another 4 foundations and achievements. Positive movement forward. You know, you had a disruption. You felt like you were stuck. But Spirit saying no longer. You know, it's not going to be long. You know, it might be right now. But no longer think of yourself in that state. They want you to get your mindset in the moving forward and moving on to where you are supposed to be. Let's see here. All right. I haven't pulled these in a while. I'm being led to pull them. All right. So I have 2 of these decks. Okay, these were, when I first started, this was my favorite Oracle deck. Well, I somehow misplaced it, and it was the deck that I used every time. So I got another one, and I said, it's okay, you know, so I separate them. I've got the masculine and the feminine energy here. All right, so we will pull this. We'll find out what's up with the feminine energy. Now, feminine energy can be male or female. It is, I mean, a man or a female. Does not matter. It's just whoever is in the feminine energy, which is the one of receiving the love, you know, the one who is whatever, you know, okay, they're in the energy of faith. That things are going to change. Something new is going to grow. But there's guilt. They have guilt. Okay. I don't know if they had, I don't know if they had a drinking problem. I don't know if they didn't choose somebody or they left someone out in the cold. But here, whoever this is, this person has been guided, not just by spirit. This feminine energy. Actually, I can't tell if that's a female or a male there. The feminine could be the gem. I don't know. Either way, someone has been guided, not just by spirit, but by 2 light workers. Okay? To help show them the path of where they should go. All right, let's check on the masculine for the past up to now. Okay, so they have got the masculine energy. They had a perception of always looking towards the past, but they were enlightened when something completed. Okay, so this could be the masculine energy, the masculine that had the change in perspective. Now again, the masculine energy is just the dominant energy, okay? It doesn't mean that you're a male or a female. It's just whoever in the past has been in the dominant energy. The masculine is the one who is the doer. The feminine is the one who is the receiver. The masculine is the one who works, and the feminine is the one who nurtures and loves and stuff like that. You know, this masculine energy, they lost something or they lost someone, and there could have been a lot of gossip around this situation. All right, now in the current energy, someone's in recovery. The feminine energy is in recovery, or they have found the key of how to move forward. And if it was drugs or alcohol, they could be literally going into recovery. This is a warning to make sure that you know your worth, so you're not manipulated again by someone who's in your energy. It does not have to be your person. Yeah, there it is, self-worth again. Okay, so currently they're in the self-worth. This person is starting to, this feminine energy is starting to feel complacent, like I've just been stuck here for so long. I've just been waiting and waiting. Okay, so this person now, the masculine energy has now stepped into the wisdom. They have received the enlightenment. They have now seen the star. Again, they have 2 possible light workers who have had their back and teaching them, showing them something. This person could be in the victim mentality, and that could be the reason why this masculine energy is being told, do not fall for the victim mentality kind of deal right now, okay? Don't fall for it. They're just in the victim mentality, like, oh me. Trickery again. This person's wanting to create something. What are they wanting to create? A quest towards abundance. Son of a bitch. Alright. Feminine energy. Feminine energy. There's a possibility you are being played because this person has you in their energy, but they are keeping their options open. They're telling you that they're faithful and they're changed. I mean, this is your soulmate, and that sucks. I'm sorry. Remember, soulmates this person is being very vain. Whatever is going to happen, they're going to be rejected. They're going to want to go, this person, son of a bitch. All right, so this person still is in the mindset of, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this person here until I can go back to my old person. But this person will be rejected. Like, literally, if they hold on thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to move on with this person until my person's energy ends, they're going to be rejected by that person. This person is literally moved on. They will be rejected, and then they will feel the complete and total loss of the person who they had with them. Bittersweet, rejection, and balance. Okay. Now, remember, in my readings, I do not believe in time. I believe that time is just man-made. We are all separate. We are all on separate timelines. We're on the same story, but we're all on different timelines. Some people will be here in the future. Some people will be here, and some will be here. You just have to know your story and know where you are. Okay, either way, this is 2 rejections that's coming in the future for this story. Whoever's in this part now, okay, in the trickery and the deception. Going forward, this soulmate. Now, a soulmate is not the person you're necessarily meant to be with. You know, it's just a mate that was good for your soul, to be a friend, a mate, you know, a friend to your soul to help you learn going forward. And this person has grief again. Okay, so what's going on is someone felt the pain in the past and they let go of it, right? And then they are being told to not play into this, not to accept this bullshit. And now the other person in the future is finally going to have to go into the grief mode. And they're not going to get it until it's about time for balance. They're going to need to find balance within themselves first, because they're going to be rejected. They're going to find balance, and that's when they're going to feel that again with complacency. I meant to pull this other one here first, so maybe both people are going for perfection, but wisdom. Grief again. Oh my goodness. There's so much pain in this story. It's just like pain after pain after pain. This is like not settling right in my stomach. The masculine energy. The person who will have got rejected last. It's like this person wanted to go back again to try to find them. They're going to find the wisdom of do not wait on this person. Like, they will have got the wisdom. It's just like they have delayed pain. And this is the reason why there is a pause, why there is an impasse, why you guys can't go forward. This person is now in the victim mentality. The other person was in the victim mentality before or now. The other person will play victim later when they finally realize, I should have let go. I should have let go. I was told to let go. I did not listen. Okay, so the other person is going to be in the energy of healing, because what happens when it's time to move on and move forward? How we let go of that is by forgiveness, as I said earlier. And that is when this person's abundance is going to come. When they let go of the situation and they forgive. They forgive everything. This person's abundance is being held back. This masculine's energy is being held back until they complete this cycle, because they were impartial to how anything went. Because they didn't believe in miracles, because they had guilt. Like, they had guilt. This masculine energy has to forgive themselves. That's why they've went through this twice. They have to forgive themselves. I think the feminine energy does too, and I think that's why the feminine energy has pain. And this is kind of tearing my heart up right now, guys. That's why the heart chakra is showing at the beginning. The heart chakra must come back into alignment. You've got to get out of the victim mentality. You may have to go into isolation for a little while to work on your insecurities. And then you will realize when you look back on the past that the past was bittersweet. It hurt you, but within the triggering will cause the transformation, you know, and it's when we accept what it is that we were supposed to accept, we will realize, looking back, that everything happened the way that it was perfectly meant to happen, you know, and that is when we'll be in the mentality of we can see it from both ways, find the forgiveness, and that's when this other person's abundance will come in. They will end up being a workaholic and persevering. I can't think of the word. They'll be persevering and moving forward, doing what they need to do. And this, to me, this looks like this person's cape that has holes in it, you know? Like they're dropping this heavy coat or this heavy burden. You know, they'll get to a point where they're so bored, they're like, I don't care anymore, you know, and that's when the expansion's going to happen, and they're going to find their passion, and they'll get the enlightenment when they release everything, when they stop dealing with the gossip, when they discover the only thing that it took from the very beginning was gratitude, to say thanks and to give prayers and thanks to God, and, you know, do what you're supposed to do to create on your own quest moving forward. That is a lot of words, and I don't even know what I just said. So hopefully this makes sense to you, because I feel like I just blanked out that whole time there. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's pull these. I really like this deck too. Postponement again. On this deck, past, there's a postponement because of transformation. But what comes, there will be success after a completion. The last puzzle piece will be put in. I just heard, or the last stone will be put into place, kind of like for a house. Kind of like the last board or the last whatever will be put into place. Okay. Someone's going, and again with the guilt, someone's going to feel guilty because they're going to realize something wasn't. Someone could have thought someone was bad, but they're not, is what I'm getting. Someone's saying, so Spirit is saying, slow down. Maybe things that you don't see, because it might be your mind playing tricks on you, saying, you know, it's all horrible, but it's not. It's not. Soon you will see why things are happening the way that they have been happening. When you slow down and get into your consciousness and open your third eye and wait and see, yeah, you're going to experience something, and you're going to understand. You're going to understand once you experience. It's kind of like, yeah, this is trust, moment to moment. Go with the flow is what I just heard. Go with the flow. Spirit is trying to teach you to trust them, to have faith that if you just trust and fall, they're going to catch you. They're going to be with you moment to moment. Oh, look, underneath the deck, go with the flow. They're going to show you. They're going to show you a life or a path that was so much better for you than even you could have imagined. But you have to be open to it. And the way you are open to it is by forgiving yourself and others for things of the past, and realizing that maybe this person wasn't as bad as what you thought, but the way things happened were the way things meant to be. They had to happen so that you could be at a place where when your true path happens, it'll be there and it'll be open to you and you can take it. You don't want to stumble upon your true path and be unhealed, because someone, if you get with someone, yeah, ripeness, it's going to take a little while till it's ready. That could be you needing to get yourself ready. I've heard some people, this is the far future. So this is having a child, you know, not a rebirth or being reborn. to this new adventure, being guided and trusting, having the innocence of the fool to jump, to let go, to go into a path where you feel you can create what it is that you were meant to create. And this is going to it's going to make you compromise and change with somebody, and have patience. Again, there is a pregnant woman. Some of you guys could be pregnant. No thingness. Okay, the blackout card happened on the last reading I did the other day. So just be careful. Make sure if you're pregnant that you are eating enough food. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure, that if you're going out somewhere really far alone, make sure you don't black out, or make sure, again, especially if you're pregnant, triple check your fire alarms. Make sure that they have up-to-date batteries. Make sure, because the blackout card could be anything. It could be someone who's pregnant and they black out because of the smoke, because even here, these sheep look like smoke that's going to surround. So double make sure, okay? Double make sure, because this intensity could, I don't even want to speak that. I don't want to speak what I just heard. Okay, this is a warning. This is not what is going to come to pass, and I am speaking the words that this is not going to come to pass if you listen. And I'm saying this again. I'm going to say this again. If you listen, I don't care if you got to check those stupid batteries and the fire alarm every freaking day. Okay? If you're pregnant, now make sure you're not climbing up on the walls. If you're pregnant, make sure you can have a fire alarm lower. But have some higher. Just don't climb up there yourself. But either way, just make sure, because you don't want to be in the smoke and black out, because the grief that's all over this place, I do not want to see any children harmed, or any pregnant mothers, or any masculines that fall asleep, or someone who blacks out, or who's really drunk and the fire alarm's going out and they don't get out in time, okay? So, because I do not want this rebirth and all of this grief to be someone passing on. Because that's one of the hardest things that you can go through. Side note, someone in politics is a snake. You need to watch out. Clinging to the past. Receptivity, healing, innocence, totality, creativity. All right, yeah, it's the same story. It's someone who has clung to the past, and the spirit is telling them they need to let go and they need to move forward. Just make sure it's not moving forward into the afterlife, guys, okay? I was just going to pull these. I just heard no. No. In my chest. Alright, let's pull from oh my gosh, I just forgot his name. That's bad. He's the one that, prophesied of all of the things that were to come, about the earth and everything, and the rapture, and anyways, this is his deck. I really like this deck. I got this deck a long time ago. But I just recently started using it. Alright, I'm taking this first. Okay. Alright. obstacles, bad luck, illness, delays, of course. Okay, the Fool. Okay, so this is somebody who's, again, with the Fool card here. The Fool is going back to the past. Okay, so this is someone who needed to surrender the past. There's someone who in the past spoke the truth. They spoke balance. They spoke devotion. They spoke wisdom about devotion. They spoke someone who speaks the truth, whether they want it, whether they're liked for it or not, right? This is a prophetess. This is someone who went back towards the past and they were spoke to by a female energy, a prophetess, okay? And they were told they need to move on, okay? So this is having strength to get over the past, having the courage to go forward, okay? This someone here, again, someone in the current energy could be getting pregnant, because this is like the third or fourth time I've got the pregnancy card here. Okay. There's suspicions that someone might be a treacherous woman, all right? Going in the now, not in the past. In the past, someone got over it, but someone could be going back to the old ways. They could be. It's kind of like what I'm getting is that one of these people here within this energy, they could have told someone something, and the person could have lied and been like, well, yeah, this is fine. They're going to find out this person was lying. You got fertility. Someone could be lying. Someone could have said, hey, I can't get pregnant, but they'll get pregnant. Okay, so this is somebody who could be going towards revenge. Damn it. Okay. I'm hoping this is two different stories. If you go towards revenge, shit is going to hit the fan, okay? Like, here you go, the Fire card. If you are on the path and you choose revenge, what will happen if they choose revenge? What will happen if they choose revenge, Spirit? Something will burn to the ground. I don't know if this is someone who tries to break up their ex and somebody else, but if that's the case, your house will burn down. As bad karma. As your karma. If you try to break someone else's house, yours will break. Yours will burn. If you try to burn somebody else's, yours will burn as a backfire. I'm surprised if it was pulling the regular tarot. Alright, this is the same thing. Someone could be sick. Someone could get really sick. Okay, so we have someone will be blamed, someone will be condemned, someone will go into crisis. It's like they will be blindfolded. They won't see what's coming. They'll just think they're going back towards a reunion with their person, but what they're not seeing is that shit is going to hit the fan, and they'll literally have to have a brand new start. Okay. Advice from Spirit. If you go back to this person, and for the very, very few who can burn this house down, your house is going to burn down too. But if you go towards it and you still whatever, what the outcome is going to be. And this is what Spirit's warning you. Not only will you lose your house, you could literally lose everything, okay? If you try to break up, this could even be a divinely guided couple. Like a couple that was meant to come together, and you have been told multiple times, leave them alone. Do not try to destroy something. If you have the ability to break them up and steal one of the divine, could be, one of the people could be a twin flame. Or you could break up a connection with a twin flame who was supposed to be with that person as their karma for the work that they've done. What will end up coming is you will literally enter a connection with that person that you stole from a divine counterpart. And what's going to happen now is you're now going to be in the seeds of fear and doubt, and you will never have true faith, because it'll be like going towards someone thinking, hey, I'm going to go have this reunion, but it's fool's gold, because you won't. Because what comes right after that is when you pull your person away, it's kind of like, the saying, if a side chick becomes someone's number one main person, guess what opens up the slot for the side chick? And that's what this talks about. This, if they have the ability to pull them away, what they're going to do is they're going to invoke the path of the cheater. Okay? They're going to think, well, I got away with cheating with this other person, I can do it again now with this person. Because this person has sat here and did all this. If they will cheat with you, they will cheat on you. Okay? And then the ending of all of this will literally be financial distress, injustice, ignorance, a letter, pretty much saying it's over. Man, that hurts in my back. Why? Because secrets will come out. The moon in reverse. The secrets will be exposed. So the music has went off. Like literally the music will go off. You got the world in reverse. So this will not be something that is successful. If you go towards this person, it will not be successful. You literally will have went towards this person and wasted all of this time, literally lost everything and possibly everyone in your life, and it will end in, ruin. What would happen if this person does not choose this path of tearing apart this union? Trying to tear apart this union. We've got rejection here for the most part. For the majority, they're going to be rejected when they go towards it. Okay, this is for the ones who have found their balance, and they've listened to the warnings, listened to the fire warnings, and got out and been like, no. What will come next if they move on and go with the flow and go the way, the path that Spirit wants them to take? Okay, so we've got 2. Okay, they will initiate plans. They will get to the heart of the issue. They will triumph over it. Okay. They will realize that they have had this lack of self-love. They've lost their self-love. And they'll realize that's the reason why they've struggled for this long, because their self-love was not intact, right? What comes next? Balance. They will find balance. They will realize, that they had put themselves in a situation of a setback. And they will kind of feel humiliated, kind of like, what was I doing? Why did I go towards this person? I know who I am. I know what I'm worth, and I'm worth so much more. So now they're going to feel humiliated within themselves, but they're going to be able to get back over it, okay? But that's what they're going to feel when they look back. They're going to feel sorry. They're going to feel, they're going to forget. They're not going to forget. The other person's going to forget, They're going to feel sorrowful, but the other person will forget. The other person, I feel like, will be giving the gift of forgiveness. Now, if you fuck up and you're given forgiveness, do not take that for granted. Do not take that for granted. Okay. They're going to have to worry, or not worry. They're going to have to watch to make sure they don't go into the energy of envy, like seeing their person move on. Spirit's wanting you to have trust. The Tower in reverse. So what's falling apart is something that Spirit's telling you. What falls apart is something that was never on a solid foundation. You want to rebuild something, especially like if you're rebuilding a house. You want to build on a solid foundation so that your house doesn't crumble or burn to the ground. Kind of like, that scripture in the Bible where it says, build their house on the rock. You want to make sure you're building it on the right things. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't, what comes is you're going to be sad when you look back. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're sad when you look back, it just means it mattered to you. It doesn't mean that it was sometimes the right path is the hard one. Sometimes doing the right thing is the hardest choice, but it's the right choice. Yeah, here we go. This is where this person goes into, solitude to find their star. Now, if you notice, a lot of times when people find their true person, it's after they went through a time of being like, I don't want anything anymore. And then they go inward. They isolate themselves. They go inward and they do the self-work on themselves so that they can move forward. And that is when their happiness comes, after they've done the work. Yeah. There you go. An extraordinary person comes in literally right after solitude. That's what I just said. Solitude, then here comes somebody with this big cup of water, this big cup of love. After they put the work into themselves, when they get over this envy or this whatever, they put the work into themselves, and then they're able to find the faith again. And this is going to be a surprise. This person's not going to be expecting it. Like, this person's just going to come out of nowhere. It's like, oh, like I see someone just like strolling through the woods. Yeah. This is when the great change happens, the reward, universal truth, success. That's when this is going to occur. When people get over whenever they truly let go. This is kind of like someone who was like, okay, I'm going to let this go. But they don't really actually let it go. They just pretend like they play tricks, like they're in the trickery, like, yeah, I'm over this person. Either way, it's going to hurt when we let go of somebody that we thought we were going to be with, someone we thought that was supposed to be in our path. But sometimes, I'm going to say this, sometimes our soulmates come in and it's either to awaken that person to who they're supposed to be, and sometimes it's for them to awaken us. And we can't judge, who's supposed to be for, because sometimes we're supposed to come into that person's life to help them, and it's going to hurt. But it's kind of like, some other people come in and they signed up to be hurt by us so that we can learn the way that we're supposed to go. And sometimes other people are hurt by us. Other people are hurt by us, and then other times we're hurt by others. But it's all in the story of our life. It's in the journey. It's in feeling every emotion. It's in going through everything and learning all of these lessons so that we can level up. And it's okay. You can manifest right after you get out of a relationship while you are in a very low, very negative, very unhappy mindset. But like attracts like. The law of attraction, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you are in the mindset of, I don't want to be with nobody, screw everybody, forget it, I don't want to be with anybody else, that's what you're going to attract in, If you're in the mindset of, I just want to be a player, that's what you're going to attract in. And then if you switch and you're instantly in the energy of, oh, okay, now I want a fully committed relationship, guess what? You have just sat there and manifested somebody who wants to be in the player mindset, because that's when you called this person in. When the next person in is when you are in the player mindset, and the I don't deserve love, I'm not going to be worthy of love, and hurt people. Remember, if you're hurt, a lot of times you're going to hurt the next person coming through. But when you heal, what you do is you level up. Okay? So you go from down here to this low level where you would attract low level, other vibrating people. But when you level up, the law of attraction says you then, when you start to manifest here, you're going to attract what you're vibrating at. Of this, okay, I've done my healing, I've done my work, I have gave forgiveness, I have forgave myself, forgave others, and I now forgiving everything and seeing why things happened, I'm finally able to be in the energy of this higher vibration. And what are we going to attract? Someone who's at this higher vibrational match. And that's where we have to know our self-worth, because if we don't, as soon as we get out of this relationship, we're going to be like, oh, I can't do this by myself. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And Spirit's saying, yo, you're not alone. I've got you. Have faith. Trust in me. Yes, it's going to be hard, but I need you to get through it. You have to be strong. You have to be able to get through this. I've put people in your life to help you. You are not a victim. You are on your path. You have just made a wrong choice and you have not listened. And now you have to be redirected towards the path that you are asking for. If you are asking for a family, someone who loves you, someone who supports you, someone who will be there, someone who won't cheat, someone who will be loyal and loving and caring and kind. If that's what you've asked the universe for, and you're with a dipshit who cannot provide none of that, yeah. If you keep choosing that person, yeah, you're going to be vibrating. And until you let that go, you're going to stay in this energy of this pain. Because when God tells you to move, if you don't listen, He will have to make things so uncomfortable that you have no other choice but to let go and say, I'm crying more than I'm laughing. I'm unhappy more than I'm happy. I do not get any kind of emotional fulfillment, any kind of emotional love, any kind of emotional support. This person doesn't hold me at night. This person doesn't talk to me during the day. This person ignores me. This person makes me feel worthless. That's not your person. If you have been asking the universe and the divine spirit of truth for someone who does this over here, but they have to get you through this period of pain, because that's where we've put ourselves in. This is not done by God. When we draw pain in, it's because God showed us the path and we held on to it. It's kind of like grabbing a barbed wire while someone's pulling it at the other end. If you don't let go, when God's just trying to put up this barbed wire fence so that the enemy cannot come through, when you're sitting there holding it, you're going to get cut when you finally open your hands. You're going to bleed. And when you keep bleeding and keep bleeding and keep bleeding, the longer you hold on, you're going to bleed all over all of these people that love you, the ones that are there, that are supporting you, the ones that are trying to show you that you deserve better, and you're sitting there bleeding all over people that never cut you. Just because you were too stubborn and were like, no, I'm not going to let this go. And Spirit's like, you have to let this go. I can't hand you $1 million if you're sitting there grasping onto 2 quarters because you're so stubborn. Your hand's not open because it's gripping that 50 cents. But here's Spirit with $1 million in their hand. Not saying that you're going to get $1 million. I'm just, saying 50 cents or $1 million. Which would you rather have? Are you going to open your hands and let go of the 50 cents? Because, even in the Bible, the woman put in her last 2 cents, the last of her money. Guess what? She was blessed because she let this go. And it's only when we let go of things that are not meant for us can we finally take this blessing that God was meaning to give us. The Empress, the freaking Empress. Okay? Again, make sure it could be another baby. If this is the Empress, this is kind of like letting go of a page or someone who is down here and literally instantly going to straight everything. The top of the line, the perfect person, the person who gives you everything that I just listed earlier, the love, the compassion, the support, the nurturing, the being there, someone who is understanding, someone who is caring, someone who is loving, someone, who fits all of these boxes that you've been asking for, but you can't grab it if you're sitting there holding on to an immature child or someone who, puts you in an energy. Yeah, look at this. This looks like someone has 1 foot in the fire, but they're going to crawl out, guys. This is finding balance. This is seeing you are in balance, but you are going to crawl out of this fire. Yeah. Just going forward, make sure you're on your right path. Make sure, when you're on your, again with the fire, when you're on your true path, you will not have to lie. If you have to lie to someone consistently just to be happy, you're not on your true path. You are not. You have to be able to speak your truth. You have to be able to be yourself. And that's when it'll come, because we can't trick people. Otherwise, we're literally holding ourselves in a spot that we are not meant to be in. Okay? And we have to find self-love to know that we are worthy so that we aren't pretending to be someone that we're not meant to be. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do this. All right. One is Spirit. All signs. We'll just pull one at a time. Pisces. One card for Pisces. for this week coming. One card for Pisces. What energy will Pisces be in? This is if you're dealing with a Pisces, not if you are a Pisces. No, one. Only one. The biggest God blame it. Let your friends help you and trust. Okay? Ask and accept support from others. And this situation is calling for you to have faith. If you're dealing with a Pisces, you may be going out and talking to someone to see what you need to do. But this is a connection where you're going to have faith, because it may not be within man's mindset. You know, you need to make sure you're talking to someone who is already where you need to be if you're dealing with the Pisces. All right. So this is kind of like, talk to someone who has achieved what it is that you want to achieve. Kind of like if you want to become rich, you don't go ask advice from someone who's poor. You go ask advice from someone who's rich. If you're wanting a full, loving commitment and relationship, go find advice from someone who is in a commitment, who has achieved what it is that you are looking to achieve. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, what energy are they in? Aquarius is in a energy of being deceptive right now. Someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship. Pay attention to the red flags. If you are dealing with an Aquarius right now, be careful. For this week, again, energies change all the time. So this is whenever you hear this story of this week. If you're dealing with a Leo, this is your soulmate. Literally, yes, this is your soulmate. Cancer. You are dealing with Cancer. What energy is Cancer in? With the Leo, they know you're their soulmate. Cancer, you have got engagement. Cancer is in the energy of engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I'm going to tell you that's the truth, because, look, my Cancer just put a ring on my finger this week. So, Cancer, they're in the energy of engagement. And trust. All right, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, and these are sun signs only, okay? I don't want you reading every single sign, every single placement, just to get the one that you want to hear. This is, for the advice, it's just sun signs only. Sagittarius, what energy are they in? Religious factor. Your love life is being influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. But Spirit's saying, hold on, because you might be able to work through it. See if you can overcome it, okay? Before you end it, see if you can overcome the differences and find a compromise. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius. Taurus. If you're dealing with a Taurus, what energy are they in for this week? Again, energy's always changing. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work within your love life, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so this is going to be a Taurus whose feelings are real, but they might be very slow to open up and tell that. Okay. Libra, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work. This is prayers and affirmations, visualizations bring you together. So this is, if you are dealing with a Libra, they are in their energy of, I'm not ready just yet, but they want their soulmate, but they're just not ready yet. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Libra, wait just a little bit. I'm also hearing, if you're dealing with a Libra, they need to hear words of affirmation. They want to hear that you love them. Libra needs to hear that you love them. Okay? If you are dealing with a Scorpio, If you're dealing with the Scorpio, I'm being drawn back to Libra again. If you're dealing with the Libra, they could be needing a little bit of time and space. But again, I've heard again, you must tell this Libra what you want. If you don't, they will call someone else in. If you are not ready to, if you're dealing with the Libra, you are being called to stand in the masculine energy, to say what you want, to speak what you want. Don't try to pretend that you want something that you don't want something when you do, because there's a possibility you may receive it if you are open and say, this is what I want, but I need a little bit of time. But with the understanding of, I will give you a little bit of time, not I need a little bit of time. That's what they may tell you. They need a little bit of time. But if you express your love, they won't call somebody else in. But if you don't tell them, I have a feeling they're going to call somebody else in. Okay? I got chills up and down my back and all of my arms. So yeah, that's pretty big. Okay. And this could be someone who is, again, with the Libra, someone who's saying, I want a greater commitment. Like they say the words, but then, you know, they may, like, say if you get engaged, and it's just someone who's going to want to have a little bit of time to get fully ready for the wedding. Like, it's not that they don't want to be there. It's not that they don't love. It's just they need to get things in order. Kind of like the cat right here. I'm getting tired of your shit, you know. Someone's getting tired of their own shit, and they're trying to get their life back into place before this fully comes into 100% where it is that you are meant to be. But they're on the right path, okay? If you're dealing with the Scorpio, they are in the energy of paying attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, either you or them are kind of worried that this might be more of a lust-based connection instead of a true love connection. So what I'm getting is, hold on. Just don't give up 2 minutes before your miracle. Just pay attention to the red flags and see what they're doing. And don't assume. Just pay attention and see if, you know, things are going to change. Like, don't instantly assume. I just heard, if you assume, you'll make an ass out of you and me. As my dad used to say when I was growing up. Don't assume anything. But that was a hard one for me to learn. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aries, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, so this is an Aries who has to let go and forgive the things that have went on in the past. And they need to do that to be able to fully be ready to move on with this new person. They've already got, Aries already feels like they have the person, which if that's you, they feel like you could be the one. They've just got to heal from the past. Virgo, if you're dealing with a Virgo, what energy are they in? Pay attention to the red flags. They are paying attention to the red flags as well. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, so this Virgo is being, they're having a lot of things that are being set off within them, but they're happy. They're just, plus with the Virgo, as I just said, you know, don't assume. Virgos see everything, okay? So don't take everything that a Virgo gets upset about personally. They're just trying to see if the red flags are something that they can deal with, if there's something that they can work through, if there's something that, if there are things that can be changed. Because obviously this person does love you. They're still getting to know you. So they're just wanting to make sure, because a Virgo always goes for, as the card fell here many times, for perfection. They want to make sure that everybody in this situation is always happy, healthy, you know, and everything like that going forward. So, but they do love you. They do love you. They are happy spending time with you because you had the holiday times and bliss together. They're just wanting to get the kinks worked out. That's what Virgos are good for. If you want something done with perfection, that is important, give it to a Virgo. Gemini, you got new love very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want so it comes to you now. All right. If you are dealing with the Gemini, they feel like, you know, this is love. Like you have stirred their romantic feelings and they are trying to decide right now, you know, if they want to proceed. If they want to give a love offer. Because I'm being drawn to this male right here with this rose. So they're still in the energy of figuring out if they can do something or if they want to do something. And that, again, this is just for this week. But they do feel like you have stirred their romantic feelings. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, retreat, it is time to disconnect from the world. And deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. If you're dealing with the Capricorn, they are in the mentality of they feel like they are being deceived or they need to get away from something. They feel like the mask needs to come off, or they feel like they are being deceived. I don't know if they're assuming it, but that's just the energy that they are currently in. They feel like they need to take a step back. They want to make sure, you know, that they want to make sure that this is right. Not saying that they're going to leave. They just want to make sure. You got religious factors, but you got a true love and chemistry here underneath the bottom. But they need to make sure, if you're in with a Capricorn, make sure you're not lying to them. Make sure you're not deceiving them. Make sure you are not pretending to be something that you're not. I'm also getting that Capricorn could just really be focusing on work, and children could be irritating them. But, yeah, they could be more in the work mode of what I've got to do to go forward. If a Capricorn has been hurt or they've just broken up, that's what's going to happen. They're going to step back this week and they're going to see what they can do to work, make money. That's what they're in the more in the energy of. What do I need to do to work on something to move forward? That's what Capricorn's good for. Work, 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 work. Anyways, this reading is super long. It has been an hour and 28 minutes. So we are going to end it right here because it's going to take forever to upload. That is what I have for you guys. I hope this helped. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. I may do the y'all signs in a separate video, like just break up this video and put this in a part 2. But just so you can go straight to this, and if you want to listen to the story or not, we'll do this in part 2. I'll cut it up if you want to just see the signs. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. You know, again, pick where you are in the storyline. But if it is not your story, do not try to force it to fit where it is not meant to fit. Okay? Don't get in the fear mindset. That's what I have for you. If you hit the like and subscribe, or hit this my little symbol here, you know, my little logo, it'll help you subscribe so that you can get notifications of our next videos. It is always 100% free to you, but it helps my channel out greatly so that it can grow and we can get the word out to more people to help as many people as possible. All right, that is what I have for you guys. Until next time, as always, stay weird.